Hello, Radio Loader for Life here, bringing guys another deck profile. This time around, it is Prediction Princess Subterror. So, I've been playing around with this deck quite a bit. It is a lot of fun, it's super fast, super consistent, and honestly, it could probably do well in tournaments. I haven't taken it to one yet, but I'm probably going to take it to the one tomorrow. It's either this or Blue Galaxy, I haven't fully decided yet. But this deck is a lot of fun, it can do a lot of plays, and it's just really, really good overall. I like it a lot. So, let's get on to the deck profile. First and foremost, I play 3 Prediction Princess Tarot Tray, the boss monster of the deck, and what makes everything work together so much. It is such a good card. Just during the end phase, you can bring back any flip effect monster from your hand or graveyard in face down defense position, and it's a once per turn Book of Moon or a Book of Taiyu, I think is the one that flips face down monsters into face up attack position. You can only use the flip effects once per turn to flip things up or down, and that kind of sucks. I wish you could do both once a turn, but I guess that'd be a bit too broken. It's still a really good card overall, being able to just disrupt your opponent's plays and also make you benefit off of your own flip effect monsters. Next up, I play 3 Subterror Behemoth Stalagmo, being able to just discard a... first and foremost, he's a beat stick, he's a D-draw, being able to discard a Subterror monster, draw 2, being able to special summon himself from your hand, which you don't really do very much, but however, I'm pretty sure once we get more Subterror stuff and we're able to play the deck by itself, that special summon from hand effect is going to be a lot more relevant. But overall, it's a really good monster, and also he can reset himself, which is just awesome. Next up, I play 3 Uma Strix. Yeah, he targets, but it's still really good. What he does, for those who don't know, is when you flip face up, you target a monster your opponent controls, banish it. So just free banishing of monsters is really, really good. It's anytime you flip face up, so you can flip him up whenever he gets in battle, or by using Tarot Trace effect to flip him face up yourself. Really good monster overall. Decent stats. I wish his attack and defense were kind of switched, but he is a flip effect monster, so he has to have high defense. Unlike Stalagmo, who only has 2100 defense for some reason, but really good card overall. Next up, I play 3 Subterror Nemesis Warrior. This guy is really, really good, and I can already tell that once Subterrors become a thing, the deck is probably going to more than likely revolve around this guy. So basically, what he does is during any player's turn, you can send a Subterror from your deck to the graveyard. Then tribute monsters you control equal to or greater than that monster's level that you just sent to the graveyard, and special summon that Subterror monster from your graveyard. Then, if a Subterror is flip face up while he is in your graveyard, you can special summon him from your graveyard once per turn. So, a really, really good card overall. He's able to dodge targeting effects, which is really helpful. So if your opponent tries to like Estelle him or something, or run him over, something like that in general, you're able to just tribute him off and another dude. Summon out a free guy from your graveyard. Really awesome effects. And also because anytime a Subterror is foot face up, you can just special summon him from your graveyard. You can only do that once per turn, but it's still just completely and totally free, which allows you to go for a lot of rank 4 plays. Not to mention his stats are really good, being at 1800. So I really, really like this card. He's a really good monster. And once the deck becomes like its own thing and is by itself, you could probably play Rhoda in this. Personally, right now, he's not that desperately needed to where I need to play Rhoda to simply search out one monster. But if I were to play a few more warriors, Rhoda would totally be a viable thing in this deck. Next up is Spirit of the Fall Wind. It's a Stratos for effect monsters. Flip effect monsters. You normal summon it, search out a flip effect monster from your deck. That's it. And it's got 1800 attack wins, 900 defense, which, if my memory is correct, is Stratos' stats verbatim. Like, it's even a win like Stratos. Like, god dang it, everything's getting a Stratos, but Stratos can't come back for some silly reason. I don't know. Anyways, really good card overall. Just being able to search out your Pot of Taboos, your Subterrors, everything that you need. Really, really good card. Only gets it whenever it's normal summon though, which kinda sucks, but oh well. And next up is Manju to 10,000 Hands. I play 3 of him as well. He searches out Tarot Tray, and he searches out Tarot Tray's Ritual spell, which just helps for combos and getting through your deck and everything. This deck has a lot of search and a lot of draw power, so you're just able to go through your deck so incredibly fast. It's not even funny. But seriously though, I really, really just absolutely like how consistent this deck is, and Manju helps that a lot. It's just being able to just get to your combo pieces and everything. Now then, for the 2-ofs, I play 3, I mean not 2, 2 Pot of the Forbidden. This guy is really, really good. He's a flip effect monster, and whenever he flips face up, he can either draw 2 cards, return all spell and trap cards on the field to the hand, destroy all monsters your opponent controls, or look at your opponent's hand, shuffle 1 card from their hand into the deck. You can only use 1 effect of them per turn, but regardless of which effect you do, it's still going to be really, really awesome. I really like being able to draw 2 cards and also be able to use Stragmo to draw 2 more cards. It's just really, really stupid. And also, you can flip them up, return everything on the every spell and trap card on the field back to the hand, which means you can return the Hidden City to Subterror field spell, then reactivate it and get another search, which is just really, really stupid. And of course, the other 2 effects are both useful when needed. I've never used the look at hand to get rid of a card out of the hand effect, but I could totally see how it could be useful if my opponent just like adds something, and then that card could totally screw me over, so I flip it up with Tarot Tray, use it, get rid of a card out of my opponent's hand. I've used the effect to destroy monsters a few times, saved my butt a few times. Also, this thing has a gigantic defense, like look at that, 3k defense. 2k attack though, which is kind of crappy, but oh well. I'd much rather have a crap ton of defense on this than a crap ton of attack. Next up, I'm only playing 2 Prediction Princess Koinorma. Really the only Prediction Princess worth playing in this deck other than Tarot Tray. I did try out Arrow Self. I ended up dropping Arrow Self because it was just too slow, which I hate saying because I really do like the Prediction Princesses as an archetype. It just, the issue is the deck is a little bit too slow, especially considering this build, which just is so fast. I'm not even joking about that. Like, even Koinorma is slow, but she's still worth playing because she summons taboos or any of your Subterrors from your deck, which is really useful. Generally speaking though, that really also kind of sucks too, because if you do summon one of them, your opponent can just run into it because you can't use those effects. You can't use any monster effects except for Prediction Princess's effects the turn you use Koinorma's effects, which is really, really stupid, and I just really don't like that too much. Honestly, once we get more Subterror stuff, I might just cut Koinorma entirely. And then for one last monster, I play 1 Magician of Faith. Originally, I wasn't thinking about playing her, and then I decided to put her in just to see how she would work. And she helps out a lot, being able to get back your hidden cities, your terraformings, your pre-prep, your ritual spell, everything. And you're able to abuse her so much, and god dang it, that sounds wrong. But you're able to abuse her effect so much because you're able to just set her, use Tarot Tray's effect, flip her face up, add a card, next turn, okay, flip her face back down, get to search out another card if your opponent attacks into it. I mean, oh, not search, but grab back a card from graveyard. Just being able to grab back any spell card from my graveyard as many times as I want per turn, depending on how many times I can flip her face up and face down, is just really, really stupid, and I really like it a lot. As a one-of, I would definitely not play more than 1 of her. Now then, on for the spells, I play a good amount of spell cards. First and foremost is 3 Hidden Cities. This card is the field spell for, well, the Subterror archetype. It is a pretty darn good field spell. So when you activate it, you add any Subterror monster from your deck to your hand, which that alone is just really amazing. Once per turn, whenever a Subterror monster is targeted for an attack, you can flip that monster into face-up defense or face-up attack mode, then negate the attack. And I believe it has an effect where you can put dudes face down. Let's see here. Once per turn, you can change 1 face down defense. Okay, so just once per turn, you can flip a Subterror into face-up attack or face-up defense, which is pretty nice as well. Really good field spell overall. I absolutely love it, and I love the card art on this thing. Like, it's beautiful. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the archetype Subterrors is based off of Shadow of the Colossus, which is one of my favorite games ever, and it just oozes of awesomeness and beautifulness and stylishness. Next up, 3 of the ritual spell. Obviously, you play a ritual, you played a ritual spell card. It's absolutely needed to play at 3. You don't really use its effect to search very often in this deck because you only have 5 targets, and whenever you activate it, you automatically lose 1 of those targets, so you're down to 4 targets. And generally speaking, I've never really needed the effect to search very often. Usually if I do, it's just somebody to get Koinorma of a mid to late game, or after I've already got to an established board and stuff, and then I can just simply use Koinorma's effect more often. And not have to worry about not being able to do my pot of taboos. Next up, Pre-preparations of rights at 3. This card is stupid if you open up with it in like a Manju or a Spirit of the Fall Wind. It is just so stupid. Like just being able to add 2 cards for free with no requirement or cost or anything. And not to mention one of those cards you can grab back from the graveyard. For those who don't know, basically what this does is you activate it, you add a ritual monster and its ritual spell card. The ritual monster you can get back either from your deck or your graveyard, which is just really, really, really good. This card is so stupid. Thank God it's not generic for any ritual spell whatsoever, because it's got to be the ritual spell that's listed on that monster's text. Or I believe it's the other way around. It's something like that to where it's really okay, sorry, the ritual monster that's listed on the ritual spell card. So if it's not like super specific, like Prediction Ritual is, where it specifies tarot tray, you can't use pre-prep to search it out. So you can't use pre-prep to search out like the Necroz ritual spells or the Gishki ritual spells, stuff like that. Next up, I play 2 MST. You could play Twin Twister. I'm going with MST though, because really, honestly, unless like I get drawing and stuff and just really get my board going, I tend to burn through my hand pretty fast, as is per usual with ritual decks. So really, honestly, I like to go with MST. I would probably side out these for Twin Twisters depending on whatever deck I'm doing against. But 2 MST has been working pretty fine so far. For the 1-ofs, I play 1 Terraforming. I generally see Hidden City enough to where I don't really need to play multiple Terraforming, so I don't really feel the need to play multiple Terraforming. 1 Force Burial to get to Subterrors and Graveyard, mostly that being Subterror Nemesis Warrior. And then 1 Day of Peace, because sometimes it's just you really need to be able to stall and get that going and everything. And 1 Day of Peace just helps get through your deck more, while also keeping you safe. Next up, and for the few traps I play Triple Reckless Greed, just simply to get to my combo pieces faster and get to my draw cards, get to everything I need to do, and just simply get through my deck faster. Generally speaking, I don't like activating this card unless I have multiples, but there are times where like, oh, I have this and a Stalagmo or this and a Pot of Taboos, and it doesn't really matter as much. That being said though, it's still a really good card for this deck, and it's helped me out quite a lot. Then for the last 2 cards in the main deck, I play 2 Quaking Mirror Force. Just mostly for defense. This deck does not really have much aside from flipping my opponent's monsters face down or flipping up Umastrix. That or the Hidden City's effect. So I like to be able to use this and protect myself just a bit, protect my monsters, protect my life points, and just being able to flip everything into face down defense where my opponent can't use them is just really, really nice. Now, I'm going to say this, the extra deck really does not matter. You almost never go into it, but this is just what I've been playing that, just for the heck of it, that has been really working. 1 Rhapsody in Berserk. This guy's really good, being able to get rid of 2 cards from my opponent's graveyards. 1 number 25 Diamond Crab King, just being a 3k beat stick and a 3k wall. 1 Abyss Dweller for being able to negate stuff in my opponent's graveyard. 1 Daigusto Emerald for just being able to recur things from my graveyard. 1 Castel for general spot removal. 1 Giant Hand. I really honestly don't like this card, but I needed another card in my extra deck. It's an okay card. 98 Anti-Topian. This guy is anti-Utopia to Lightning, and this deck has problems with Utopia to Lightning. Honestly, I think if you're playing a rank 4 deck, or if you have the access or ability to make rank 4s, you need to play Anti-Topian, because he is just able to get rid of your opponent's Utopia to Lightning, which is just really good. So for those who don't know, what this guy does is he has the reverse stats of Utopia, so 2500 defense, 2000 attack. During your first turn, when a monster declares an attack, you can detach the seized material from him, switch that monster to defense position, which is kind of meh. But if he's in the graveyard, and there's a Utopia monster on the field, you can spell summon him from your graveyard and attach that Utopia monster onto him as like seized material, which is really good. And it's during your player's turn, so if your opponent goes into Utopia to Lightning, you can just go, whoop, hey, look at that. So really, really good. I like this card a lot. I really do recommend playing him if you have access to rank 4s. 1 number 101 for being able to just get more spot removal. Number 50 for more spot removal. By the way, I don't have a Utopia Lightning. I gotta wait for that reprint. 1 Karen Gorgon for protecting my monsters and everything. Dark Rebellion for more spot removal. And honestly, it's one of my favorite XCs. Number 11, Big Eye, because Umastrix is level 7, so you're able to make rank 7s in this deck. Big Eye, just being able to steal my opponent's monsters and stuff is really nice. Number 74, Master of Blades. He basically just protects himself from being targeted and gets to pop a card. Really nice card. And then because Zero Tray is level 9, and I don't get to play these two very often, number 92, Hard Earth Dragon. I've never gone into it, but hey, it's just a gimmick there because I needed to fill up deck space. And it's one of my favorite Xyz monsters, so I like to put it in a deck whenever I get the chance to actually be able to play it. And then number 9, Dyson Sphere. This guy has actually won me a game because I couldn't get through my opponent's board, and he can attack directly, so I can just attack directly for 28 for game. A really good card, actually. If your opponent targets him for an attack, you can negate the attack. I believe he has to detach Xyz material for this. Nope. Anyways, yeah, he can just stop attacks. Yeah, if this card has Xyz material, negate the attack. This is a quick effect. When this card is targeted for attack while it has no Xyz materials, you can target 2 monsters in your graveyard, attach those targets to you. Discard as Xyz material. During your main phase 1, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card. This card can attack your opponent directly. Your opponent must control a monster of higher attack than this card for you to activate and resolve this effect. So yeah, he's just able to attack directly and go for game. Hard Earth Dragon, being a Yubel and also a Mass Banisher, is really nice. But however, I've never really had a reason to go into him. Anyways, guys, so that's the deck profile. Again, the extra deck is kind of irrelevant except for the rank 4s and Antitopian, and maybe also good old Big Eye, that broken crap. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the deck profile. I absolutely love this deck. I am probably going to take it to tournament tomorrow, either that or either this or Blue Galaxy, because I am constantly like debating on which deck I like more to play in tournaments. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. Have a great day. If you enjoyed the deck profile, please comment down below and, you know, like, just tell me what you guys think about it, what you guys would change. I always like to hear you guys' opinions on everything. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and see you all later. Peace out.